Oh, you wealthy, oh, we know, we saw your selfie video. You see, the only time I speak to my phone, I'm making dough. Y'all just different, man, a special type of different I can't deal with. No one got permission, y'all ain't going like a field trip. On some real, the more feminine, the more they feel it. I'ma change my name, Spark Master Gated Query. But my query is, I'm just being curious. Why is rapper beef short boy like my Keurig is?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. There is a lot that has gone on over the last month and a half, 2 months, and there is a lot that I need to update you guys on what's up with the 240, where it's at now, and how much progress I've made over the time that I haven't been posting videos. So let's get into that. All right, so the last video I posted, besides the LED light bulb comparison between Oxedo brand and LED, which was totally random and different from all the other 240 videos that I've done, but you guys should definitely go check it out because it's a cool watch and you guys could get a discount on your own LED products from that company. So go watch it. But the last update I gave on this 240 was that I welded on some over fenders, some flares. I welded on some flares onto the 240 because I wanted metal over fiberglass for durability and, you know, uniqueness, I suppose, and the fresh rubber for the 240. Besides that, that's the only update I gave on the car, and that was maybe 2 months ago. So last I mentioned on this car is that it is running and driving, and I felt comfortable doing so, you know, around the neighborhood, around the streets, but really wasn't doing too much driving because it still needed to get properly tuned. The base map that I had been working myself wasn't sufficient enough for, you know, doing a lot of pulls, and I didn't want to stress the car in that way. So once I had the base map at a comfortable position where I felt okay driving it up and down the street and just cruising with it, I kind of realized, you know what, it's time to get the car officially tuned. And at first I was kind of trying to, you know, go to a tuner, get a dyno tuning session done, just go in for one session, they do everything, I do a couple pulls, and I know exactly to a T how much horsepower, how much torque I'm making. But unfortunately the budget wasn't really calling for that, so I had to find a cheaper alternative. So I was going through the Facebook forums and I went to a highly recommended member, Pranav. I hope I'm not butchering your name, but you know, he was super helpful, super informative, really awesome guy, and you know, I decided to go the ROM tuning way with him. So after several weeks, several data logging sessions, sending information back and forth and getting revisions, the car is officially tuned. That's right, your boy's got a tuned turbo 240. So I'm very excited about that. The status quo feels very cool. How much power are you making? How much torque is that bitch putting down? How much PSI boosts are you making? More questions that I'm gonna answer right now. So with the first tuning sessions I was doing, I was purely on wastegate. I didn't have a boost controller, and I think the spring is only like a 7-pound spring in this ISR kit. So all the tuning sessions we were doing were up to, I believe, 7-8 pounds of boost. After a few revisions, you know, I got the green, the go ahead to throw in my boost controller, see if we can get some more boost out of the car. And now, you know, I'll just wrap it up and I'll quickly say that now the car is making 13 pounds on this RS3871, which I believe is a GT 2871 replica turbo, you know, replica SR turbo. So 13 pounds on the replica SR turbo on the 4-cylinder forged bottom end KA. And by forged bottom end, I mean like rods and pistons, no crank because I'm not bougie like that. So the only downside to doing a ROM tuning session over a dyno tuning session is I don't have a precise number to let you guys know. I don't know how much horsepower the car's making. I don't know how much torque the car's making, but I'll tell you the chassis is not twisting, so it's not that much power, but I know that. I expected that. So what Pranav told me is from other setups that he's seen, the car should be making like 310 wheel, which is honestly more than I was hoping for. And I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna nerf it a little bit. I'm gonna say maybe I'm making a healthy 290. 285, if I must say. But you know, the car feels quick. Car feels snappy. You know, I'm hitting full boost by like 3,300 RPM. It is falling off a little bit after 5,000, as is what you would see on this smaller turbo setup for the KA. But, you know, I wanted to go for right under 300 because I felt like that would have been a perfect learning area to be with the car, since I've never drifted a turbo car before. This is my first turbo car that I'm building. Again, you know, I'm building it to be a drift slash street car, but mostly a drift car. And, you know, the whole learning process of learning to drift a turbo car is going to be new to me. So, you know, I don't want to be making hella power. Not even that I could, you know, the motor's built for it. But again, my stock KA transmission, these things are pretty much on borrowed time after you're making 300 torque. So the fact that I'm a little bit over that margin supposedly does make me a little bit nervous, but you know, I'm okay with it. 13 pounds feels awesome. I don't want to go back down to like 10 or something, because that does not feel as intense. But it all comes down to, you know, how this car is going to do at its first drift event. So I am worried for the transmission and the clutch, because both are rated to, you know, around 300 torque. And, you know, I'm very curious to see if I'm going to start slipping the clutch or transmission's going to blow a gear or two. But I'm going to keep those negative thoughts out of my mind, and I'm going to keep the positivity up, because I cannot wait to go shred this car at its first drift event. So yes, after about a month and a half to 2 months of getting these appointments going, or these tuning sessions going and everything, the 240 is officially tuned and literally ready for its first drift event. Everything for this car is ready. It's not pretty, but it's physically ready. Everything that needs to be done. Actually, you know what? I need to make a tie down. I need to make a battery tie down. That's something I need. You know what's not ready for its first drift event though? Me. Although I've been putting a lot of effort and time into making sure the 240 is ready for its first drift event, I don't have a helmet. I don't have a neck brace. I don't have gloves. I don't have any spare parts for this car at all. No spare tires, no spare wheels, no spare axles. I have one diff that is currently blown and needs a rebuild, so I'm gonna just forget I even said that. But the car needs a lot of, well, not really. It doesn't need any spare parts, but I would feel more comfortable if I went to a drift event with at least an extra set of tires and maybe an extra set of axles, bare minimum. So we'll see how much I can acquire over the next month or so. I'm hoping January will be my month where I really get to, you know, feel this car out and drift the 240. So we'll see how that goes. Still a lot to do, but as far as the car, she's ready, and I can't wait to see how she does. I know it may seem like a month and a half to 2 months is a long time to, you know, just get the tuning session done for the car. And I would honestly agree. One of the biggest constraints right now is my budget. I've put so much money into this car, and, you know, being a fresh out of college graduate, it's difficult to put more money in this car. I'll say that to keep it simple. But yeah, you know, just definitely trying to, you know, budget and keep things cheap where I can, which is now where I'm going to try to source, hopefully, used parts for cheap, so I can make sure I'm safe and comfortable going to my first drift event. And, you know, if anything breaks, tires blow out, I can have, you know, swaps and things ready to get me back on the track. I am undermining it quite a bit. And it may be for the YouTube video, I really can't say, but I am so excited to take this car drifting for its first time. I got this car back in 2020 with the plans of building it, boosting it, turning it into a drift car that I could hopefully drive on the streets. And I always told myself, like, I'm not going to be one of those individuals that takes years to complete this car. But here I am, 4 years later, and finally the motor's built, it's boosted, suspension's been worked on, and the car is like 75% completed 75% to where I want it to be. Obviously, the cosmetics need a lot of work. Car needs body work, paint or wrap, and that is what is to come next. But don't expect it to happen very soon, because, like I said, budget is tight, and that is the biggest constraint at the moment. So I'm going to do my very best to give you guys a forecast on what is to come with the next videos. 240 is tuned. It rips. However, this vehicle is not street registered yet. And for reasons I won't go into right now, that won't happen for 1 to 2 months. So not too far away. I don't mind tucking her away until she's ready. That doesn't mean she can't go to her first drift event. But like I just said, I'm not ready. No helmet, no gloves, no neck brace, no spare parts, nada. Just the car. And I know that's the bare minimum and you could go with that, but I'd feel more comfortable with like a little bit more. So I don't know if the next video you'll see is of its first drift event in maybe a month or two. But one thing I will tell you guys that I am pretty excited about is that I sourced a matching replica fiberglass body kit for this car, and it was such a good deal that I felt I could not pass on it. I mean, I felt it was for like a price that you don't even see nowadays. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I will let you guys guess what replica body kit I got for this car, and I will let you guys guess how much I got it for. Again, front bumper, rear bumper, and side skirts, unpainted, slight damage, depending on what you guys consider slight. So guess the price, guess the type of body kit I got. I don't know if there's going to be like an award for whoever gets it right, but I don't think any of you guys will, because it is kind of mind baffling. So you know what? If you don't see a drifted video, you might actually see a video of trying to mount that body kit and possibly doing some body work to it, because I know I've already test fitted it. It honestly fits pretty well. I just need to make some custom mounts for the fenders, the side skirts, to keep it secure. And I don't want to just go drilling holes into the body of the car. So I want to put a little bit more thought into that, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, guys, I understand this video's been a lot of me just yapping and giving you guys updates on where the car's been. I hope you guys have been enjoying. But yeah, that is what is to come. This is going to hit its first drift event real soon. Before it's registered, after it's registered, probably after the car's registered. Not that that is in relation to that whatsoever. But another video, guys, you might be seeing soon is this body kit I acquired for the car and working it onto the car and making it all fit. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys are still sticking around and are excited for this build, reaching its point of completion. But I'm very excited. I'm quite proud of myself, because to see the car here and to feel how it feels, and I don't know, just to finally get that feeling has been so rewarding. And I really, really love what I've created here, honestly. So everyone, please stay tuned. Videos to come, not as fast as I'm sure as you guys want them to, but I'll definitely try to get them out quicker. Either you'll see this thing at its first drift event on YouTube, or you'll see me working its body kit. If you want to see more up-to-date content, feel free to follow me on my social medias, Instagram, TikTok. I'm trying to be active on Facebook, but that is hard. It's hard being active on social media, but I do post a lot more short form and updated content, like my fire extinguisher install, my digital dash display that I know you guys don't know about. It's not even really a digital dash display, but definitely follow me on my socials if you want to check out more short form content that I've been uploading there. But definitely stick around on the YouTube, because I like these longer format videos so I could give you guys a lot of explanation. I know I'm talking a lot, but I feel like there's a lot I need to fill in, a lot of gaps that need to be filled. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, shout out you and you're cool as for staying. But yeah, I love you guys. Hope to see you guys next time. And I hope you guys are liking the build. If not, it's okay, 'cause I do. Good night, everybody.